Yeah, it's been about 1 year since I've been on YouTube. Let me tell you what I learned. Alright, so in this video, I'm gonna be telling you 7 things I've learned since doing YouTube. Well, in my first year of doing YouTube. But before I start, I wanna let you know, if you're introverted and you wanna start a YouTube channel, but you're not sure what to do or why, these reasons may help you out a good bit. And it may give you more context on why you should go ahead and start one and not be afraid of it anymore. Let's go ahead and hop into the video. All right, the first thing YouTube's taught me is if you have a dream, go for it. Just go for it. You're gonna have people that's gonna tell you that, oh, you can't do it, or they're gonna be like, they won't see what you see. That's why I call some people blind. For example, my dream is to be a world-class speaker, right? Do you know how many people have told me that that's something I can't do because I was the quiet person. I was the shy person. I couldn't speak well at first. I wasn't great at speaking. I always mumbled and stumbled over my words. I say, you know what? I don't care what anybody thinks about my dream because it's my dream. And that goes the same for you too. In regard as in chase your dream. If it's something you really want to do, go for it. The only thing that's stopping you from doing it is yourself. The second thing YouTube has taught me would be to invest in yourself. Yeah, I know a lot of people say, oh, invest in yourself, but hey, there's truth behind it. You really should invest in yourself, whether it be books, courses, people, teachers, anything that can take you to the next level. And if you're not sure if something's an investment or a waste of time, ask yourself, what did I get out of buying this or getting this? Think about it. For example, let's say you have a book. This book gets you from, let's say you're an introverted person. You read a book, this book takes you from being introverted to being the most confident person on the planet. Would you say that's a good investment? Yes. But let's say you buy a pillow that's made out of brick and you lay on that pillow for a month and now you got a stiff neck. Would that be a good investment? No, that'd be the worst thing you could possibly do. But as far as number 2, do not be afraid to invest in yourself because the return will always be great because it'll always be within you and it'll always be with you. You can never go bad because the best investment you can make is in yourself. All right, the third thing I learned from doing YouTube for 1 year is perfectionism. No, being perfect is a myth. Yes, it's hard to let go. As badly as you want everything to be perfect, it will never be perfect. That's the beauty of it and the reality of it. The beauty of it is, since it'll never be perfect, that means it can always be improved. But perfectionism will stop you from starting, it will stop you from growing, and it will stop you from trying to get to where you're trying to get to. Because of this right here. If it has to be perfect in order for you to do it, you're gonna use that as an excuse to not do it. So, for example, let's say you want to start a YouTube channel. You're like, okay, I don't have X, Y, and Z. I don't have the camera. I don't have the lighting. I don't have a microphone. Let me tell you one line I use to combat all of that and get you started. The letters S and U. It means, you can use this for perfectionism or when you make excuses on anything. It's like this. SU. First, it stands for shut up. That's for excuses. And also, start where you are, use what you have. Meaning, no matter what you want to do, or what are you trying to do, start where you are, use what you have. That goes for anything. If you want to start a YouTube channel, start where you are, use what you have. If you want to build something, start where you are, use what you have. Excuses are dead. Leave them in 2020. 2021, it's going to be much better. And it's going to be different all around. The fourth thing I learned from YouTube is fail and have fun with it. Because you don't think about it now, but when people think about failure, they think about, oh, if I fail, this is the end of it. Or if I fail, I'm bad. I'm a failure. But you got to think about this. If you don't fail, you'll never fall for it. The reason you want to fail more often and have fun with it because you'll look back and laugh at it someday. Do you know how many times I look back and laughed at my previous videos where I messed up on something? And it was like, at the time, I would have been upset, but like now, 6, 7, 10 months later, I'm looking back and laughing at all of it. This goes for more than just YouTube. This goes for life in general. You ever have a time in your life where you did something dumb or something you weren't too happy about at the time, but now you look back and laugh at it? Yeah, it's called failures. Well, not failures, failing. But you get the point of it. But like this, don't look at failing as the be-all, the end-all failure. Think of it more of a, let's look at failure more or less as a game, pretty much. It could be a game. Make fun out of it. But hey, if you want to do something and you think you're going to fail at it, don't let that stop you. Say, look, I'm going to do it. It's like this. Even if you fail, you tried it. And what you tried, you get experience from it. And here's another thing about failure that I've learned this year. Well, no. 2 things that I've learned about failure from this year. One is treat it the same way a scientist treats failure. When you see a scientist try an experiment, do you think they stop the first time it don't work? No. They say, okay, it didn't work. That first one didn't work, but I'm gonna get this data. Okay, what can we pivot? What can we change? What's something we can do that we didn't do the first time that can make this more successful than it was the first time? It may take 1 time. It could take 2. It could take 10,000, like Thomas Edison. But hey, if it's something you really want, you will find a way or find an excuse. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. Way number 2 is have a childlike spirit when it comes to it. Think about this. When you were a kid, you didn't think about, when you want to do something, you didn't think about, hey, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to fail. It's not going to work. I highly doubt it. I'm positive when you were a kid, what you did was you'd be like, okay, I want to go and jump off that swing over there. I'm not thinking about the consequences. I'm just going to go do it. And you know what? More than likely, you went and did it. Did you get hurt? Maybe. Did you scrape your knee? Maybe. More than likely you did. You said, okay, I had fun. I mean, it hurt a bit, but I had fun. But look, let's say once you scraped your knee, let's say you made it to the swing, but you didn't do what you wanted to do. You're like, okay, you're gonna do the same thing the scientists did, but as a child. You'd be like, okay, how can I do it again, but not get hurt this time? And go from there. So like you can take one or both of those examples and run with it. So if you want to try something out and if it doesn't work, just think about those examples. All right, the 5th thing I learned from doing YouTube for a whole year is be yourself no matter what. Because I'll be honest, I'm guilty of it. At the beginning, I kind of fell into that YouTuber facade and I did not like it. I'm like, yo, no, I'm not doing that. I cannot do that. You know what I'm talking about when they be like, how they be? When they be like, oh, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. It's your boy, RyRobio. I ain't do all of that. But you get the gist. You get what I'm saying. But when I say be true, be you, I mean be yourself no matter what. No matter who likes it, no matter who doesn't care for you. So if you're being somebody else because of the sake of somebody else not liking the true you, don't do that, man. Don't do it. Because in the end, think about this. Would you rather make it to the end of your life knowing that you live your whole life as yourself? Or would you rather get to the end of your life and be like, I live my life as somebody I'm not, just to make other people happy, versus living your whole life being you? Some people gonna like you, some people won't like you. That's the way it is. That's how life is. Number 6 would be always be the student, because there will always be somebody that knows more than you, and there will always be somebody that knows less than you do. I'm sure you've had this experience too, where you feel like you learn something about a topic and you feel like you don't have to learn anything else about it because you know everything about it, right? But let me slow you down on the tracks right quick, okay? Hear me out. If you don't know everything about yourself and you're with yourself 24/7, how could you possibly know everything about a specific topic? Think about that. Let that sink in for a second. Let it sink in. If you don't know everything about yourself, but you think you know everything about a topic, think about it. You haven't been studying that topic your whole life now, but you've been with yourself your entire life. You don't understand your entire self 100%. Think about that. Let it sink in. Think about it. Let it sink. Let it sink all the way in. Yeah. It's a hard pill to swallow. So if you ever get to that point to where you feel like you don't have to learn anything about a topic, you'd be surprised. Because every time I've gotten to that point, something hit me. Not like physically, but you know what I'm talking about. When you think you know everything about something, then boom, you realize you didn't know much about the topic at all. And now you're back into that learning phase where you love learning about the topic once again. So take this approach on top of learning new things. And if you feel like you don't learn, if you feel like you don't know everything about, if you feel like you know everything about a topic, say, okay, I'm the student. I will always learn, and I will always be able to teach people what I learned, because there will always be somebody that knows more than you, and there will always be somebody that knows less than you do. Remember that. And last but not least, number 7, message over metrics. When I say message over metrics, let me break it down for you. Message over metric. Message meaning the message. What I stand for, what the whole brand stands for, which is helping introverts become and remain confident. Metrics meaning subscriber number, likes, comments, followers on Instagram, or any platform at all. That's what metrics are. So when I say message over metrics, that means the message is more important than the metrics. As of this video, I have 87 subscribers. But you know what? I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't have that many subscribers, because think about this. If you had 87 people in a room, that's a big room. That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. Looking at the numbers, you might be looking like, oh, that's not a big number. When you think about all of those people in one room, you talk to all of those people, that's a lot of people. So I want you to think about this. I say message over metrics. Me personally, I'd rather have 87 people who love my content, who support me any way possible. Because y'all 87 people that's been rolling with me ever since the beginning, yo, y'all rock. I know all y'all ain't been here the entire time, but y'all rock. Like, I want to say thank y'all for rocking out with me the entire time and sticking around with me, even back when I didn't know what I was doing, y'all still stuck around, stayed around. Y'all liked the videos, commented, subscribed, all of that good stuff. Y'all, I want to say thank y'all for all of that. But hey, if you like the content you just seen, go ahead and drop a like, comment, subscribe. But before you go ahead and check out one of the videos on screen. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.